You can be an entrepreneur, you can be a boss, and you can get a degree. Don't sleep on your education.
You were celibate before you met the person that you're having a baby.
I had 2 years of celibacy, no intimacy, no nothing, not talking to no guys, nothing. So I was in my bag.
I'm not sure how he feels. You know what I mean? Like I said, I haven't talked to him. But I do know that we both wanted the kid.
Right. It's hard. It's not meant for one person. It's not meant for one parent. I don't want to raise my son to be a man that a young lady has to heal from.
Yeah. I was going to get an abortion. I've made 7 appointments. Whether he's there or not, I'm rocking out. I'm keeping my baby.
Where the bag at? Don't ask niggas for nothing, cause I came with my own assets. Anything I want, I can get it. I'ma grab that, got my own money.
Hey y'all, it's Bag Lady J, and we're back with the Bag Talks. I have a special guest today. She has a compelling story, and she's gonna share with us. It's Styles by Deja.
Hi. Thanks for having me too.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much for coming. I gotta tell y'all how we met. So she did my hair. She's my hairstylist.
And it's crazy. We only been knowing each other for 2 days.
Right. This is so crazy. Like 2 days later, we are here, y'all, and we gotta give the girls what the girls came for, y'all. Cause
Yes, for sure. We got some stuff to talk about.
yes, we gotta get into it. And I know a lot of y'all can relate because we all been through it. But her story is one of a kind. First of all, what's your backstory? Like, how did you get into doing hair?
I actually always wanted to learn how to braid specifically. With just like my Barbie dolls and stuff, I started off by asking my mom for a mannequin head 1 year for Christmas. And really from there I went and I was trying to learn how to braid. I started braiding my uncle hair on the porch outside. I started doing just like my family hair and stuff since I was a kid. And honestly, like my cousin, he kind of like, he seen like I could really braid and he ended up connecting me with one of my good friends, and I ended up being her assistant, and she fired me and made me get my own chair. And that's
I feel that because that's actually how I started doing makeup. My cousin, we had a little falling out or whatever, and I learned how to do my own makeup. So you really started from the bottom, like,
yes.
wow.
Yes.
So how did that inspire you going through something like that?
Going through getting fired?
Yes.
At first I was mad at her. I was really mad. Like I wasn't understanding, but now I really appreciate it because it pushed me to be where I am now, and I'm trying to go further, you know what I mean? And go past even doing hair, you know what I mean? So I appreciate it. So shout out to, her name is BB.
Okay, shout out to BB. Yes, girl. Thank you, because you never know when the stressing could be a blessing.
No, for sure.
So let's get into it. What's the vision for your business?
So as of right now, I am actually going to be launching at the end of July on my birthday a hair care line. It's actually for my baby. I'm pregnant now.
Yes.
So I'm launching a hair care line, so I'll be selling like moisturizer, oil, detangler, parting combs, wide tooth combs, stuff like that. So I look forward to like, you know, really just doing that. And I also offer services that a lot of people don't. Like I do kids, I do locks, so it's like only thing I don't do is wigs. So that's really just like the overall thing. And I want to own like suites, not a shop, but like suites, you know what I mean? So that's Styles by Deja. Look for it.
Yes,
for us to go very far. Yeah.
Where do you get this patience from? Because you said you do kids.
I've always loved kids, first off.
Right.
And I have 2 kids of my own already. So I don't know. People ask me that question all the time. I don't know. I just connect good with kids.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm really good with them. They do make my back hurt.
Yeah.
But
I saw her kids' hair, y'all. Her kids' hair is so long. She has growing hands.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I've been the only one to do my kids' hair since they've been born. And yes, their hair is really long.
Yes.
So I'm very proud. That's something I take a lot of pride in, is their hair. So, and this baby too, like can't nobody touch my kids' hair.
Okay.
Only person that probably would be able to touch my kids' hair probably would be BB.
Right.
But, oh my God, I remember a time I had told my auntie not to put no heat, not to blow dry my daughter's hair. And I'm in Mississippi with my best friend. and we down there for a funeral, and she sent me a picture of my daughter with some ponytails, but I could tell her hair was stretched out. And I called her, and I was pregnant with my son, and I was bawling, crying. I said, "Why did you blow dry her hair?" I done made my auntie cry, because
So it's real serious.
I'm not playing. Don't, anything I say, like, don't do nothing with my kids. I want you to
So
do.
how does it feel to be in a position where you make other women feel beautiful about themselves?
Oh, it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding, like, for you to sit down and feel one way and get up and, like, feel just beautiful, like, and I did that. Oh yeah, like, that's sometimes I forget, like, oh yeah, you gotta pay me, you know, because we just be so in the moment, like, you did that even when you got up like today, you know. I was like, it made me feel good. It makes me feel good as a person, you know, as a stylist. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And you mentioned that we do have a baby on the way.
Thank
I wish
you.
you so much prosperity with
Thank
this beautiful
you.
bundle of joy. How has it been? How is entrepreneurship being a mother?
It's hard. It's hard. Oh my God, it's hard. People make it look easy. I think some people think I make it look easy, but it's the furthest thing from easy. Like right now, like this is probably one of the hardest pregnancies I've been through. Like I said, I have 2 kids already. They're 7 and 5, and just not being with my kid's father, you know, like that alone, doing it by myself, doing it without some of the support of my family, it's, oh my God, it's hard. And having to get up every day and do it because you all you got, and your kids is all you got.
Right.
So yes, it's, I don't know, I'm gonna cry. It's
So
hard.
what was the vision at the beginning of your pregnancy, and what was the relationship?
The relationship at the beginning of the pregnancy, at the beginning of this pregnancy, I feel like we wanted the baby, you know. So I feel like we were happy, but our relationship by that point was kind of toxic. So we were kind of like, I know I'm gonna keep this baby, but I don't know where we gonna go, you know what I mean, with this. And so it was, I don't know, it was hard, it was challenging, but I knew I would still have him, you know what I mean? Like I knew, it was no doubt in my mind that he would be a good dad, you know, and this is his first kid too. So it was like, yeah, we're going forward with this, you know, like together or not, you know what I mean? That's how I was at the beginning of the pregnancy. Now, the beginning of the relationship, I was head over heels. It was great, you know what I mean? Like, all relationships start off like that. You know, it's love, like you be in love, be all head over heels, and just, you know, that's how it was. But I'll say probably like 4 months in, I start seeing red flags sooner than that, but like I really start recognizing them probably like 3-4 months in. But I'm the type of person, I love hard. So I was like, I'm not giving up on this, you know what I mean? Especially coming from being celibate.
Right.
And not for 2 years and not being with nobody. I'm like, no, I'm sticking with this is it. And letting him meet my kids. Ain't nobody ever met my kids. So it was just like, oh yeah, I'm sticking with this, you know what I mean?
So how do you introduce somebody to meeting your kids, and then how was that relationship?
For me, I'm speaking only for myself. With my kids, the kids I already have, with their dad being present in their life, that's kind of hard because you kind of gotta, you have to get the okay from the dad too.
Right.
So me and my kid's father, we always agreed that we would, you know, let each other meet the third party, I should say. You know, if we, you know what I mean, we moved on or whatever. And so I kept my promise. I think, no, I didn't. I did. I let my son meet him, but it was like spirit of the moment. It wasn't like a formal, like he met my son. So but once I seen that we was getting serious, yes, I was like, okay, you need to meet this guy because he's gonna be around. And that was challenging, but it was really for me the relationship with him and my kids, and that's how I knew, like, okay, yeah, like he in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So did they build a bond from there?
The kids oh yeah, they love him. Like love him bad. It's almost irritating now with us not being together, you know what I mean? It's hard Because more than anything, I have a girl and a boy. My son really loves him. Like, just the other day, he asked about him, you know, so that kind of, I don't know, it affects me because it's like, I don't really know what to tell him.
Right.
Like, I don't know what to say to him, you know. I just say, you know, he'll come back around, or he'll call you or something like that, you know, just to kind of pass time. But yeah, it's hard.
Do you feel like that relationship is separate, or do you kind of?
I wish, if my son was older, I think it would be separate. My son is 5, so he would have to kind of go through me to talk to him.
And he's taking in everything that he's seeing. And...
Exactly. But if my son was older, I think that they would have their own relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he'd be able to contact them on his own.
Okay, so the age makes a big difference when it comes
For
to...
sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for sure. And even with my daughter, like, she asked about him, but my son asked about him the most, you know. And we had a dog together, so he got the dog.
Right.
So it's like...
The kids don't play about them dogs.
Man, they
don't
won't
play.
stop talking about a damn dog.
They don't
I'm
play.
like, I want the dog. I want Isis. I want to see Isis, mommy. Like, I can't get Isis right now.
Right.
Like, you know, so it's a lot. When you have kids, you got to think of every little thing in your life. You have to think that junk through. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is.
And I noticed that you said about keeping the baby.
Yes. So, I'm keeping my baby. You know, I was going to get an abortion. I've made 7 appointments. I ain't gonna say that's exactly, but I've made a few appointments.
So it's been a back and forth decision.
Yes, that's why I don't know the sex. Because like right now, people would know the sex of the baby. I'm 21 weeks today. So I don't find out until like a week and a half. But I contemplated a lot on even going to the abortion clinic. I just couldn't do it. You know, even with my son, my 5-year-old, I went to the clinic and to get an abortion. And I couldn't do it. And it was hard. It was a hard decision, seeing the circumstances of the relationship that I was in. But I decided to keep my baby because I was attached at that, like when I was trying to go and get an abortion, I felt like I was attached. And I felt like it was too far. Like, I don't know, I got a heart. I don't know, I'm not saying people don't have a heart, they choose to get rid of their baby or anything, like, but I feel like it was a baby by then. Like, I couldn't do it. Like I said, the same for my son. I was going to go get an abortion with him, my 5-year-old, and I was kind of far along then, and I decided not to get the abortion.
Do you feel like it was more for you?
I hate that. I hate when people say, I kept my baby for me.
Let's talk about that.
I feel like it's so like, no, I kept my baby, yeah, for me, I guess you could say that, but I kept my baby because I wanted to keep my baby. Like I said, I grew an attachment to it.
Right.
And from the beginning, we never planned to have an abortion.
Right.
Like, we planned to keep this baby. So,
right.
And then this is my 3rd time getting pregnant by him. So, and he don't have no kids. So it was really like, oh yeah, it ain't no question there's no doubt in my mind. Like, this is happening, you know. So, but the circumstances are different now, and I just kind of gotta step it up. I gotta boss up so I got 3 kids.
Right, and then at what point did it go from we're gonna do this to I have to do this?
When the relationship ended, when the relationship ended, we aren't together anymore. The circumstances with this pregnancy are very difficult. I don't talk to him. I don't think it's because neither of us want to. I think it's just because right now we have to.
Right.
And it may be some animosity. I'm not sure how he feels. You know what I mean? Like I said, I haven't talked to him. But I do know that we both wanted the kid.
Right.
You know, so hopefully, and this is his first kid. I don't know if he got some potential kids going on. I don't know what's going on with him. But I just know this is his first from what I know.
Right.
And whether he's there or not, I'm rocking out.
Really getting up every day, I don't have a choice. Like, my kids are used to living a certain life.
Right.
They're used to having they're spoiled.
Clock it.
You know?
Okay.
So I have to keep that going. Plus, I want so much more for them. And I'm about to have a whole nother baby. So I have to give, like, this baby falling right in line. You know what I mean, so I gotta make, and then it's personal goals that I want for myself that I've always seen for myself that I have to accomplish, and I can't let the kids stop me.
Okay.
You know they say kids stop you,
Right.
or they slow you down. I can't. This gonna speed me up. This putting fire up under my ass.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like, yes, it's gonna be hard, but if you have a strong support system like I do, I ain't gonna say it's always strong. Cause right now, like I done cut some family off, blood, and then I don't care. But yeah, like if you got a strong support system, you got that one main person that you can go to and talk to, and you have good friends, I feel like it's gonna be okay. You know, that's how I get up every day.
So who do you go to in your moments of weakness when you're not really feeling strong, or you're not really feeling up to it? Because you've been doing this for 5 months now.
The main person I would say is my auntie Pam. She has been there like, oh my God.
Shout out to Auntie Pam.
Shout out to Auntie Pam for real. She has been there like through everything for me. So like that's like my main person for real. And like she played a, I don't know, she just I don't know, I'm emotional. But she just I don't know, she's a great person. She's like an angel on earth. So if it weren't for Auntie Pam, I don't know where I'd be right now. Cause no matter what decision I'm making, Auntie Pam is right there. So everybody need an Auntie Pam.
Yes.
No, for real.
And what do you feel like is a misconception when it comes to single mothers and needing support? Because I feel like a lot of times mothers aren't able to ask for that support.
I would say a misconception is the fact that we have to have like a strong face all the time. You know what I mean? Like we play the role as superwoman, but it gets hard. You know what I mean? Like it's man, this job is hard. It's not meant for one person. It's not meant for one parent. Like I feel like it's very important to have both parents. You know what I mean? Especially when you have goals. Right. When you're trying to be an entrepreneur, when you're trying to launch businesses, when you're trying to do that and be a mom, like that's probably like the biggest thing. People think that women are supposed to just do it all, and it's not meant for us to just do it by ourselves. Right. It's really not. But I'm doing it.
And what would you say to men that are in this position but on the other end? What would you say to them?
Oh, I know some great fathers like that don't have the mothers. I give them all the respect because you don't see that.
Yes,
you don't see.
Please,
you don't
please
see
speak on
men.
that. We don't see it.
I mean, you don't see them standing up or being fathers or taking on the role of mommy and daddy. You know, so I give them all the respect. Like for real, I've seen it a few times, not a lot. And
no, I definitely can relate because my father and my brother, they stand out. Like they do a phenomenal job at being fathers, at being parents, at being brothers, at being like just men, you know, that show out in the Black community and show something different. Because when I say I'm in this dating scene and it's full of piss, and I have not ever met a man like,
it's nothing.
I be asking my brother like, where's your coworkers? Like, what's going on? you where's the other high value man at? Because I don't see them. Where they at?
And that's another thing too. Trying to find men look for so much out of women. Like you have to have this, you have to do that. Like they want to know your body count. They want to know are you independent? You know what I mean? They want to know how many kids you got. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to fall under a certain criteria to get a certain type of man. And they be bullshitting too.
Yeah, after all that, you still gotta go sing on the microphone? You gotta cook, clean, take care of the kids, then you gotta know how to do backflips in the bedroom?
Yeah, what are you bringing to the table? Because I know I'm the table. I'm not bringing anything to the table. I am the table. Like, I'm just really requiring you to bring the damn placemats, and you can't even do that. Okay. So it's like, yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not interested. Like, this point in my life, I know I'm pregnant right now, like, people probably would, but I don't even think after I have my baby, like, I'm not interested. Like,
and you mentioned you've only been in 3 relationships.
I've been like in 2.5.
In 2 relationships.
I'm like 2.5.
Yes. Like, and your celibacy journey, like, how was that?
Hard. It was hard, but after like 3 months of being celibate, like no intimacy, no sex. I should say abstinence. People be getting on my nerve with that. Like, you're not but yes. It was hard.
If I'm just with me, I'm celibate. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. We're going to say celibate. We're going to say celibate. But yes, that was hard. I did 2 years of celibacy.
no intimacy, no nothing, not talking to no guys, nothing. So I was in my bag.
Okay.
Though. Like I couldn't see, it was tunnel vision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like I feel like it depends on the type of person that you are. If you're goal driven, if you're career driven, then it's kind of gonna be hard at first, but once you get used to being alone and then you got family, like I have a lot of, at the time I had lost my cousin, so his wife kind of needed me. He has a lot of kids, so I kind of got attached to the kids and my kids and trying to build their relationship. So I kind of found something to give my attention to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of came easy. So when I got in the relationship that I just got out of, it was like I was happy. You know what I mean? Like I was like, this was the end all be all for me. You know what I mean?
Just be clear, you were celibate before you met the person that you're having a baby with.
For 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I've only been with 3 guys.
Wow. Man, assume that women are just out here like especially beautiful women.
Oh, thank you. It depends on who you are. Like,
Right.
like I only can speak for myself. Like, but I do have friends that they live a wild life. They do them, and they still my friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love them down bad, but that they deal and they cope with their life how they want to. You know what I'm saying? I feel like for single moms, it depends on what your outlet is. You know what I mean? If you feel like you want to, be with a man all the time, or that defines you, or that validates you, I guess that's what you're gonna do. Me, that's not me. I can't. If I'm laying down in the bed with you, I love you.
Okay.
I like
Big
you
Leo.
bad. Like, yes, like I would do anything for you. So it's not that easy for me to just, even like texting a guy. Like I have tried to, I'm not gonna just hear like, oh, it's just like I'm too good or goody two shoe or nothing. No, I try to lose my interest. I just don't be liking people. Like it's gotta be something. It's almost like damn near like if we don't meet in person and we don't talk a little bit, texting and stuff ain't gonna get it for me. Like it's not gonna happen. So I don't know. Like I don't know. How are you?
So for me, I feel like I've been dating different types of guys and trying to get out of what I'm used to.
What are you used to?
So I've dated men that are, my last relationship, I'm gonna be honest, that nigga was broke. He wasn't doing anything for himself. He didn't have any drive. And then I dated a millionaire and he didn't have any time for me. And this day, I feel like me and him are good friends. But right now, he's somewhere living his life. He's traveling. He's doing different things. So it was different to have that switch up.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that though, but it's so true. But that switch up of just like going from somebody that didn't do nothing to somebody that's doing everything, that was very hard.
I feel like they controlling.
Yeah.
Like they controlling it. But I don't know. They all controlling though.
Besides the money, it was what he taught me because I didn't know that he was laying
And that's
like
the
that.
thing. I feel about that. Like, cause I've always had, my first relationship when my kids started, we was together for 9 years. And we were kids. Like now looking back, that was a kiddie love. You know what I'm saying? But we're friends. We're good friends. You know what I mean? But that was kiddie. Like, and we kind of taught each other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot from his family. I am thankful that I met him because of some of his family. You know what I'm saying? I've connected really well with them. But this last relationship, it was, I would say he taught me some stuff. Like,
What's the biggest lesson that you took from that relationship?
Which one? The last one?
The last relationship.
Don't ever dim your life for nobody.
Oh, talk about that.
That's probably
about it.
That's the biggest thing.
Yes.
I let him really control every aspect of my life, down to me being a parent, even down to that. He ain't got no kids, and that was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Yeah, don't let nobody dim your life. I feel like I went. Like you're supposed to go up, level up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I leveled down. You know what I mean? And it's not. I'm not even gonna say it's his fault. It's my fault for allowing it.
That's real.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, just don't love yourself. If I could tell that to any young girl or my younger self, I would say to love yourself always. Like, and don't, like I said, don't let nobody dim your light. Like, continue to, if they can't go with you, then they ain't meant to go.
If they're not pushing you to go far, they're not meant to go. They're not meant to be there. You know what I mean?
That's a word. That's real. That's so real. And what do you feel like was your highest point in your business, relationships, and everything, and also your lowest point?
My highest point probably was just the 2 years of being celibate. Like, when I say, yeah, like, because I was just focused on me and my kids.
Right.
It was no focus on nothing else. Just my business, my kids, not even really me. Just the business and my kids. So I've gained a lot of clients. I was like how you see me now, working from sun up to sundown. It was like that times 10.
Y'all gotta go look at her page. She really works.
And
from
I don't even
sun
post
to
like
sundown.
no, I don't even post like that. Like people, my friends begin them like, you do not. I just got into content creating, but yeah, like that was probably my highest point. And I plan to go. That was nothing. Like nothing. I want to touch so much more. And my lowest point probably was, yeah, just what I went through. Yeah. So, and I would say now it's only up from here. You know when you hit rock bottom, only other place you got to go is up. Right. So now it's just up from here. Now I have, and I'm not even gonna tell you everything because y'all just gotta watch it.
We gotta watch it, see.
But I have in May, I'm launching. Really, everything is about my kids and building legacies for them. So in May, late May, I am launching my kids a juice business. It's like selling lemonade. This is their idea. Selling lemonade. We're coming out with 4 flavors: strawberry, blueberry, orange lava burst, and regular lemonade. And it's gonna be made with cane sugar and agave and all natural fruits and stuff. And it's gonna be called Jam and Juice, and that's actually named after both of them, my son and my daughter's name. And then, like I said, for my birthday, since I can't party the way I want to for my 30th, I'll be 30 this year. I'll be pregnant, so I'm launching my newborn baby a business under their name, well, under their initials, DM hair care line. So yeah, that'll be for the baby. And then I'm also going to school for respiratory therapy.
Yes, that's amazing.
Yep. So
That's
I
so
want to be
amazing.
able to show my kids that you can be an entrepreneur, you can be a boss, and you can get a degree. Don't sleep on your education.
You tell your kids, just with all the experience that you've learned, what do you want to convey to them as they grow up?
I'm doing it now. I mean, I'm telling them now, like, you have to get up. No, like, I'm not raising no lazy kids. I'm not raising no lazy young adults. You have to get up and make your own dollar. And even more importantly than that, you have to treat people good.
Yes.
I don't want to raise my son to be a man that a young lady has to heal from.
Yeah, say that again. Please say that again.
I don't want to raise my son to be, you know, somebody got to heal, like a young girl got to heal from. Because I promise you, let me find out that you do anything to one of these little girls, we beating you up together.
Okay.
I'm not playing.
So you're not gonna be the mother where, oh my God.
Enable? Absolutely not.
Never.
Absolutely not.
I'm gagged.
Absolutely not.
That's so real.
And
That's
I want my daughter to know this is how you have to be treated like this. Like, I don't have any sisters. I have all brothers. So it's like, my daughter, she does have an aunt though, on her dad's side, but she only got one auntie. But I have a host of cousins that's girls, and a host of aunts and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that she can learn from. And a lot of people, they in my family is from different walks of life. Like I have doctors, I have judges, I have principals, and then I have some that work regular jobs, which is nothing wrong with, 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I have some that don't do nothing, and I got some that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so she gonna be able to see, like, but one thing I want her to know, like, mommy step for us, and I'm teaching them to always, like, get your own bag, be independent, have something to offer yourself and to your partner. You know what I mean? And like I said, treat people good. Like, I think people say this all the time about me. That's why I say I hate that I have the resting bitch face.
Yeah.
But people say a lot of times, Deja, you're so nice. You're too nice. You're too nice. You're too nice. And I don't want nobody that come into my life, no matter what you do to me, no matter what you said to me, I forgive everybody, because you can't change me. You can't change who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? As a person, like,
Right.
I'm going to continue to be, I'm not going to be too nice. I did have learned to not be too nice, but you're not going to change the person that I am.
Right.
I have had moments, like, and I'm not scared to say it, like, where I wanted to break down, or I have broken down.
Yes.
Like, called my auntie, called my mama, like, I don't know what I'm about to lose my mind. Like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? And that's something that definitely needs to be spoken on a lot more in our community, especially for our young girls, our young Black girls. Like, it's okay to have that one person that you talk to. You know, you have to have that one. You gotta know who that person is, though. It can't be somebody that go and run their mouth and talk to everybody about it. Because, like I said, the one person I talk to about my deepest, darkest secrets is Auntie Pam.
Yes. Shout out to Auntie Pam.
Shout out to Auntie Pam. Kudos to her.
Yes.
But you have to be able to talk, because I know it's gonna be. She's gonna tell me the real. She's not gonna tell me what I want to hear.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be, well, you was wrong, Deja. You know what I mean? Or, no, I understand that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and give me the real raw advice. And she's been through things. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Like, you just gotta have your person that you talk to.
So there's been a topic on social media about love bombing. What is love bombing? Have you ever experienced it, and how was that situation?
Okay. Yes, I have experienced love bombing. And I will say love bombing is at the beginning of a relationship, or at the beginning of a relationship, you know, that person is pretty much listening to everything that you're either telling them, you know, your story about, and they're taking that and they're using it to their own, like, advantage. You know what I mean? Instead of, like, it'll seem like they're listening, or they, you know what I mean? But it's not really listening. They're really, like, using it to later on be able to manipulate you. So in the beginning, love bombing looks like, oh, like, they are giving you compliments. They are, like, you're head over heels in love with that person. You know what I mean? Like, everything is going great to you. But to the person that is love bombing you, they might not even know what they're doing, but they are, like, it's like, it's a manipulative tactic.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay, that was a great explanation.
Yeah.
So they kind of just come in and put it all on the table, but it's not really what you eat.
Yes. But they make you feel so good. Like, it feels so good. I'm just thinking about a moment right now. But yes, it feels so good. It feels like, I never want you to leave me. You know what I mean? I always want you by my side. But they really just use, like, and then they'll get you, like, into a vulnerable state, and, like, you'll start explaining, like, for me, I started explaining, like, the things that I've been through, like, can't believe he did this to me, and then they'll be like, well, I'm happy he did it, so now I got you. That person made me fall head over heels in love, and now I'm like,
How do you feel like sex plays a role when it comes to intimacy and relationships and attachment?
it's the biggest, it's the worst. Like, sex is like, oh my God, it's allowing, for a woman, to me, it's allowing somebody inside of your body. So, like, that's like enough to be said right there. You know what I'm saying? So, sex it plays a big part in the relationship. I feel like it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It really is. Like, it can hold you more than what you know. Like, you could be staying with that person just because that's the person that you're having sex with. You know
How do you feel like men's perception of sex and women's perception differ?
For a man, they just hitting whatever and going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that they the ones that's entering.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they don't really care, like, as much as we do. They don't have as many feelings as much as we do. You know what I mean? For us, I feel like it's more like a soul tie. Like, I'm connected to you now.
Right.
Especially don't be doing stuff, showing me stuff that I ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like, you got me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like, that joint can be, that's powerful. My auntie used to tell me, You don't let everybody. This is a jury box.
Mm-hmm.
You lock this jury box.
Mm-hmm.
You don't let everybody in this jury box. And now I see why. You know what I mean? Like, can't nobody come in my jury box no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real. Because it's like, that's what I told you. Like, once I lay with you, I gotta love you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not doing it. Like,
Yeah,
once
just
I have,
opening yourself up to
opening
everybody.
yourself up to somebody. I want to know what you're doing, where you going. Like, we're together.
Right.
You know, once we have sex.
Right.
And I don't know what it is, but no, I'm not that girl that can just go and just have sex with a whole bunch of different guys and not have no attachment to them. Hold off on sex.
That was an amazing explanation because I feel like it really resonates to the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
I feel like, they didn't really explain it how it really was. I feel like they should have explained it like it's too good, you shouldn't get it, not the other way around. They made it seem like it's this bad thing. Like, no, it's too much, and sometimes we're all human, so we all have these cravings, these emotions and everything. And I feel like it's important for us to understand where we draw a line and a boundary.
No, for sure.
So moving forward, what is something that you want to do differently? What is something you want to grow on? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
What is something I want to do differently as far as like relationships?
Everything.
As far as every day I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Like, my whole thing to myself now is to be better than the person I was yesterday. So anything I feel like I need to work on now today, I'm trying to either write that in my notes, look at it, talk to myself. Why did I choose to make that decision? Why am I doing that? Or why did I allow this person in and I'm moving differently? Where I want to be in the next 5 years, I'll have my degree. Where I will be in the next 5 years, I'll have my degree. Both my businesses that I'm launching this summer will be thriving. Styles by Deja, of course, will be thriving better than ever. And hopefully I can, buy a building and have some suites and rent those out.
Yes. And we are looking so forward to seeing your journey. Thank you so much for coming on. I want you to know that your story is special and you will make it through regardless of anything. And just seeing it for myself. Like, we woke up at 8 o'clock today, got straight to it. She had somebody before me. I was like, what? Like, this is crazy.
My friend got married. I had to do
Yes, oh my God, her hair was beautiful. Shout out to you, girl. Your hair looks beautiful. I was like, are you going to a wedding? She said, I'm getting married. I was like, what? Like, this is amazing. And I just want to continue to support the girls out there and just know that you are doing something for the girls. Like, making girls look beautiful, making girls feel confident, just showing up every day, being your best. Because I promise you, like, it's hard out here. And
it is.
It's so hard. And I know, like, it's not light. Just
It's
know
not.
what you're doing is heavy. And
Thank
we
you. I really appreciate you, and I thank you for having me.
For sure.
And I look forward to doing that.
Yes.
I want to see you thrive too.
Thank you so much.
That don't mean he can control this. He fuck with broke bitches, always asking, can I hold this? I got my own shit, why these other bitches homeless? Huh? What?